I'll never fail. You don't get a learning and you know I'm in jail. Don't fight with it, don't cry. Goodbye, tootsie, I gotta buy.
Hello, welcome to the CLIFTEX Theater.
It's time to thread tonight's movie into the old projectors at the CLIFTEX Theater. Employees like Wyatt Birch have to baby the 1930-era machines because there are few, if any, replacement parts available. But every Thursday through Sunday, these projectors and an old slide projector light up the CLIFTEX screen.
Until it's tight, and it is. And you close them. And that's all for now.
Popcorn, Cokes, candy, they're all parts of the movie experience. But one thing that makes these snacks taste even better at the CLIFTEX Theater, well, just take a look at the prices.
Two seniors, you fooled me there.
If it's Thursday night in Clifton, it's adult night at the oldest continuously operating theater in Texas, the CLIFTEX Theater. Owners Phyllis Gamble and Michelle Slaughter bought the theater in 2008 and decided it needed a lot of work.
We kept the theater open during the summer so kids would have a place to go to the movie. We closed the theater the last weekend in August of 2008. Did a complete restoration, reopened December the 11th of 2008.
Bringing out the beauty of the old theater that opened 81 years earlier, when theaters were indeed a work of art.
One of the very first things we did was start tearing off the old drapes and the soundboard that would be replaced, and that's what was behind it.
Hand-painted murals, covered for years to make the talking pictures sound better. And on the ceiling, medallions surrounding the chandeliers.
They have absolutely had nothing done to them except we dusted them off when we bought the theater and redid the ceiling.
On the side walls, beautiful lights that now have new life.
But the rainbow sconces, what most folks refer to them now because of the bright colors and the different colors, have been in the CLIFTEX since as long as folks around here can remember.
And how many of us remember clocks in old theaters? They have one at the CLIFTEX, sponsored by an old drugstore, even though the old drugstore isn't around anymore.
Most folks who come to the CLIFTEX absolutely tell us, I cannot watch a movie unless that clock is there. It was the number one question when Michelle and I bought the theater. Folks ask us, are you going to keep the clock? And of course we said yes.
And to keep that history, if you sit in one of the first 3 rows of the CLIFTEX, you'll sit in one of the theater's original seats.
Those are things that you want to keep in a building like this. A number of folks in Bosque County today sat in those chairs. They remember those chairs. Many of them have initials that they carved. Some folks tell us it's where I had my first date, in those rows of chairs. So of course we're going to keep them.
But there are unpleasant memories at the CLIFTEX. Up a narrow staircase and through the projection room, you come to a window. Remember, segregation was law during most of the CLIFTEX early years, meaning blacks could only sit in one place to watch the movies.
They sit right here. Oral history tells us from a number of residents in this county that our African American friends sat right here and watched the movie through the window.
Switches up. Over here, you can't see it, but over here on the wall.
The CLIFTEX is now a family-friendly theater showing only G to PG-13 rated films, a place that is safe, fun, and a living piece of Texas history. So join us for a movie and a bag of popcorn and find out why the Queen, then the CLIFTEX Talkies, and then the CLIFTEX Theater has brought smiles to our friends in Texas for almost 100 years.